Being a disciple means that we are ready to carry our own cross. Listen to these words of Luke 14:27. Jesus said, "If you do not carry your own cross and follow me, you cannot be my disciple." Jesus was obedient to his Father, even to the point of death on a cross. He taught that a servant is not above his master. Jesus knew that if he, the Master and Lord, would be required to die, then his disciples had to understand the cost of following him. Luke tells us that a large crowd was following Jesus, and he said to them that if they did not love him more than fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, and indeed even their own life, they could not be a disciple of his. In comparison to how we are to love Jesus, all other relationships are to be secondary. This is radical commitment. Galatians 2:20, Apostle Paul puts it this way, "I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." This is what Jesus requires of us. Dietrich Bonhoeffer lived 1906 to 1945. He was a Lutheran pastor who was executed in a German prison for standing against Nazism. Bonhoeffer wrote an amazing book called The Cost of Discipleship. He maintained that the church had died on the poison of what he called cheap grace. This grace was cheap because it cost the believer nothing. He was shocked that so much of the church was defining faith as an assent to a set of propositional truths that required no measure of obedience from its adherents. "Faith is only real in obedience," said Bonhoeffer. He was quoted as saying that a Christianity without discipleship is a Christianity without Christ. It has been said that early Christians who were martyred for their faith were prepared to do so because they had already died to this world. Is this too radical in our 21st century world? I don't think so. True Christianity understands that if we do not really die to self, we cannot ever really live for Christ. As a disciple dies to self, Christ sets him free to really live. Are we alive or dead? Listen to how Christ puts this in Luke 9:23 to 25. "If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for me will save it. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world and yet lose or forfeit his very self?" May God bless you as you pray this month.